Okay, this is to do with devices again, but it's to do with the social, legal, and ethical and professional impact of smart devices in the home and workplace. Pause the video, give it a go. Okay, so we're talking about what are smart devices to begin with. I then go into talking about the number of social impacts, such as communication, relationship. My Oculus Quest allows me to communicate with my dad. We can watch movies together in real time. My phone, I can communicate with my parents and my family by using like FaceTime, etc. Smartphones make it easy for people to stay connected with each other. But there are also concerns of overuse, such as kids who go out for a meal, their social interactions go down because all they're doing is watching their iPad. In terms of legal, smart devices in the home and workplace are governed by different laws and regulations, including data privacy and security. So this is actually a really important regulation, the GDPR, which is in the EU, so Europe. And it basically has rules which allows different companies to collect data for different reasons, and they have to stick to it. So it stops companies from collecting everything about you, which isn't to do with what they want to do. So for example, if you've got sensors in your house and they're collecting information about your temperature in your house and it's to do with a thermostat, that's relevant. But is it relevant if it's got sensors which also, detect and collects information about how much you're smoking in your house and then sells that on to pharmaceutical companies? No. So they wouldn't be allowed to collect that data because of GDPR, which is in Europe, which is all about collecting and the use of people's personal data. That has to be within these rules. From an ethical perspective, the use of smart devices raises a number of issues, such as surveillance, etc., bias, and access to information. For example, smart devices can be used to monitor people's activities and behavior, like in China. In addition, algorithms and AI and smart devices can lead to bias. So, for example, if it sees that let's imagine that, well, we can talk about China again. If your behavior, if you go out to a shop and you buy chocolate, is it fair that your credit rating goes lower or your life expectancy, your life insurance becomes more expensive because of what you're eating? Is it fair that all these systems are connected to each other? So it monitors what you're eating, and then it makes it more expensive if you take out a life insurance, because it's basically making its own mind up that you've eaten chocolate, therefore you're going to die sooner. Is that ethically fair? So each one of these bullet paragraphs, I say, from a professional standpoint, the use of smart devices in the workplace has had a number of impacts, including changes in nature of work and the skills. So, for example, automation and AI has replaced humans in certain areas. So there are new skills being needed, like training the AI. That's a brand new job, how to train AI. How to monitor automation. That's a new job, new skills. Each one of these I could do its own separate question, and I will do in the future. But for today's videos, this is just an overview of social, legal, ethical, and professional. But I might do one which is just what are the legal impacts, what are the social impacts, separate questions.